All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to deconstruct a management sim called Hostel Mode, and it's all about one big challenge. How do you take a basic hostel and turn it into a 5-star success? We're going to break down the exact mechanics and strategies you'll need to know to absolutely crush it.
So, here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with the ultimate goal, what you're actually aiming for. Then, we'll talk about your first guests, get into the core management loop, and I'll even let you in on a little secret for bending time. Finally, we'll cover how to make smart upgrades to grow your business.
This is really the question at the heart of the whole thing. It's more than just a game, it's a real test of your entrepreneurial skills. Every single choice you make really matters.
Okay, let's get into our first section, the goal. Every great business needs a clear target, and in Hostel Mode, this is your North Star. It's the one thing that guides every decision you're going to make.
And there it is, $30,000. That is the magic number. It's the financial peak you are constantly climbing towards. Hitting this target is what this game is all about.
The game calls this your GoFundMe Go, which is a pretty cool way to frame it. It's your ultimate fundraising target. Right now you can see the progress is just over $3 grand. So yeah, there's a long way to go, but hey, at least you know exactly where you're headed.
So how in the world do you actually get to that $30,000 goal? Well, it all starts with your guests. They are the absolute engine of your business, and understanding them is step one.
Let's look at the basic numbers here. It's surprisingly simple, actually. You charge a flat $15 per night. Guests roll up in small groups of 2 or 3, and you start out with 30 beds. Every time a group checks in, that's cash right in your pocket.
And here's a key thing to remember. You don't have to stress about marketing or advertising. The guests just show up automatically. Your job isn't about finding them. It's about managing everything efficiently once they walk through that door.
Okay, this brings us to the real meat of the game, the management loop. This is your daily grind. It's the set of tasks you'll do over and over to keep the money coming in and make sure your hostel runs like a well-oiled machine.
The cycle is so simple, but it's what makes everything work. Guests check in, they pay you. They use the beds, which then get dirty. You clean the rooms to get them ready for the next person. That's the loop. You just rinse and repeat for profit.
And what's your main job as the manager in all of this? It boils down to this one simple task. When a bed turns yellow, you click it. You clean it. That's pretty much the core of your day-to-day responsibilities.
The game gives you this really clear and instant feedback, which is great. As long as they're on top of your cleaning, you'll see this housekeeping active message. It's just a simple little green check mark that tells you, yep, you're good to go and you're ready for more guests.
Okay, so cleaning beds gets the job done. But what if you want to get to that goal faster? Well, this next section is where we talk about the game's most powerful strategic tool. Think of it as your secret weapon.
It's called Airplane Mode. And no, it's not going to mess with your Wi-Fi. In this game, it's a feature that literally speeds up time. That means more guests checking in and out, more nights paid for, and a whole lot more revenue, all happening in way less real-world time.
But of course, there's a catch. You can't just have this on all the time. The benefit is obvious, speed, but the cost is energy, and that's a resource you have to manage. So the real strategy is figuring out when to use it. Maybe when you're actively playing and can handle cleaning beds super fast, or when you just need a quick cash boost for an upgrade. You can't just keep the pedal to the metal forever.
And that brings us to our final section, making smart upgrades. Once that money starts rolling in, you have to reinvest it, and you've got to do it wisely. This is how you take your little hostel and start turning it into a real hospitality empire.
Here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. For just $100, you can buy a new dorm room. Boom! Just like that, you've increased your capacity by 4 beds. The math here is super simple. More beds means more potential income.
So if you look at your little service menu here, it lays it all out. You've already got the basics covered. Housekeeping and breakfast are active. That makes adding a new dorm room the most logical next step for growth. It's a direct way to expand your business.
And really, that's the heart of Hostel Mode. You've got your daily tasks, you've got this cool time-bending power, and you have a clear path for upgrades. So the only question left is, how would you juggle all of those things to hit that $30,000 goal?